Nick, 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 Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Nick, 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 Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Nick, 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 Nickelodeon. Nick, 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 Nickelodeon. Welcome to my channel. It's been a while. I know. So on my last channel, not my last channel, my first channel, I ranked Disney Channel TV shows, and I feel like I want to do that again for this channel specifically because I did that like 2 to 3 years ago. I had in yellow hair. This one is ginger, or burnt orange, whatever you want to call it, ginger, burnt orange, whatever. But I did that video before. But I would really love to do it again for this channel. So if you want me to do that, we're gonna do that. And for this video, we're just doing live action Nickelodeon shows. So the TV shows are not cartoons. Let's just say that. Okay, so the cartoons, I'm gonna do that in a different video. Because I personally hate when people put animations and other shows in the same category. Don't do that. Let animations have their own lists and rankings, please. Okay, thank you. So with that being said, let us get into the ranking. Yes, okay. All right. So our categories are elite, that is the best of the best, my all-time favorites, the closest to my heart. Yes. Then we have iconic, not exactly my all-time favorites, but some of my favorite shows. Then we have I enjoyed it, meaning it was just one of those shows that will come on and I will just be watching it over and over again. It was a really good show. Okay, not necessarily watching it over and over again, but it was a really good show. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was good. Then we have I watched it, but I'm not a fan. Then we have garbage. All right. So. First show we have is Kenan and Kel. Loved it. One of the best for sure. I'm gonna actually put that one in iconic. Yeah, it was good stuff. It was a good show. I enjoyed that. Yeah. Then we have Unfabulous. Now I do remember watching some clips of the show, or should I say some full episodes. But I don't know how I feel about it. But you know what? It's okay. You can watch it. It's good. Yeah. I don't have to convince myself about that, right? It's good. Unfabulous. I'm gonna put it in I enjoyed it. Yeah, okay. Then we have True Jackson. Did I say Jackson? Jackson. Okay. So we have True Jackson, and we're gonna put that one in I enjoyed it. It was actually a really good show. We would say that. Then we have The Night Squad. The Night Squad actually came around in my time of phasing out of Nickelodeon, just like how I would say I was phasing out of Disney when certain shows came out. I was phasing out of Disney and Nickelodeon, and the show came out, and I only watched the first 2 episodes, I believe, but it was a really good show. And Nickelodeon brought the fire. They knew what they were doing with the show. I really loved it. So I think I'm gonna put it in I enjoy watching. It was really good. Then we have The Other Kingdom. Now I did express this in my video the audio was never recorded. So The Other Kingdom is one of my favorite shows to watch. So the thing is, I never actually watched it in my Nickelodeon phase, like me growing up watching all the Nickelodeon shows. It was advertising during my time of phasing out of Nickelodeon. So I never actually got to watch the first episode at that time, but I really was intrigued by it. I really wanted to watch it. I was excited. So, but I never got around to watching it because I basically forgot about Nickelodeon by that time. So I never watched it. So The Other Kingdom, it ended on a cliffhanger. And that really, really, really pains my heart because it just reminded me of, pause for a second, because I said this, green, orange, Nickelodeon theme, just putting that out there. Anyways, yeah, so The Other Kingdom, it just reminded me of how My Babysitter's a Vampire, that Disney Channel show, it just reminded me of how that ended. In my head, I just keep thinking Lucifer, Lucifer. Every time I think about my Babysitter's a Vampire TV series, I keep thinking Lucifer. That show ended on something about the Lucifer or them trying to find the Lucifer, but it was a Lucifer. Okay. Okay, but that was one of my favorite Disney Channel TV shows ever, and for them to just end it like that, it hurt my soul. It hurt me so bad. And then I think it was some problem with the network or whatever. And if it was really the problem with the network, put it on a different network. They had enough fans to actually go over to another network and watch the show. So I really hope that wasn't the only problem. And I don't think it was, because if it was, why not just put it over on a different channel? I'm pretty sure another channel would have loved to accept that show because it was really good. It was awesome, honestly. And when I watched, because the other day I was, the Other Kingdom just popped up in my mind, and I kept saying, okay, well, I never actually watched the show. And I said, okay, I'm going to actually watch the show this time. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch it. And I am so glad that I watched it, because it was really good. It was really, really good. It was great. It was amazing. It was a good show. And I really do enjoy watching it, except for at first it kind of seemed a little cringy to me, specifically that British black boy that was in it, that was exchanged with Astral, because Astral was in the real world going to high school, and that British boy was in her fairy land. And his acting was just kind of throwing me off at certain points in the show, but everything else kind of made up for it. So all in all, it was really great. I did not like how it ended, because we found out that boy that Astro liked, I can't remember his name right now, but probably you guys do. We found out that he was a fairy in the last part. By the way, sorry, I should have said spoiler alert. We found out that he was a fairy in the last episode, and I just remember him getting dragged away from her by his father and saying that he was going to come back for her. But season 2 would have been great to clear up a lot of things that happened in season 1 that we still don't fully understand, and the cliffhangers that they left it on. Okay. All right. Hey guys, so I realized that I didn't exactly rank 2 of the shows. So The Other Kingdom is I enjoyed watching, and Make It Pop is in elite. I realized that I didn't exactly say that in the video. So next we have Make It Pop. Make It Pop. Love that show so much, for sure. Definitely iconic. One of my favorite shows ever. Love the musicals. There was at least 2 original songs from each episode. At least 2 episodes. Okay. Awesome show. Just love it. Just love it. Love. Every Which Way. I'm going to say elite. It's one of those outside of Dan Schneider universe shows that I would definitely say deserve to be an elite and deserve to be one of my all-time favorites, because that show was everything to me. I remember it coming on Nickelodeon, and they were just having like a little like season 2 or something marathon, and I saw maybe 1 or 2 episodes of it. I said, wow, this show is really good. And then a couple of years later, I sat down and I watched every single episode, and I just fell in love with the show. So elite for sure. Definitely elite. And then we have Talia in the Kitchen. That is one of the spin-offs that came out of Every Which Way, and it was actually a pretty good show. It was good to watch. I would say I would definitely put that in I enjoyed. It's really, I've never watched every episode, obviously, but I've seen a couple of episodes here and there, pieces of episodes, and it's good. It's some good stuff. Then we have Wits Academy. So truth is, I never actually watched this thing all the way through, but I've seen a few clips, and it does look like it's almost up to the standards of Every Which Way, but I can't put it up so high. But it was, okay to watch, and it seemed pretty good. But like I said, I have seen pieces and bits of it. I think I might have watched an entire episode. But it looks really good, so I'm definitely going to put that in I enjoyed. We have Bella and the Bulldogs. And I'm definitely going to put that one in I enjoyed watching too. It was okay. Then we have iCarly, elite. We have Victorious, elite. Drake and Josh, elite. Haunted Hathaways, I enjoyed watching. I love that ghost show. Sam and Cat, I enjoyed watching. Zoe 101, elite. Ned's Declassified. Now, Ned's Declassified, I never really got around to actually loving that show. I just can't really wrap my head completely around it, you know? I don't know what it is, but I think I'm going to put that in. I watched it, but I'm not a fan. So it's not garbage, but I watched it, but I'm not a fan. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that, and that's fine. That's okay. We're all entitled to our opinions, but I just don't know what it is about Ned's Classified. Growing up watching Nickelodeon, I just never really liked it that much. Maybe I was gonna watch a piece of an episode or an entire episode just for the sake of watching something on TV, but I just never really gotten around to really loving that show. I don't know what it was about it. And I just remember the first time I saw it, I was like, what the hell is this? What is even this? But I still don't believe it deserves to be in garbage at all, but definitely not a fan. Then we have Henry Danger, iconic for sure. Yeah. Then we have Game Shakers, definitely icon. Oh, whoa, Game Shakers. I'm gonna put that one in. I enjoyed watching for sure. It was, yeah. Then we have Big Time Rush Elite for sure. Then we have Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. The name is just so catchy to say. You can just put it in a song. It's pretty cool. Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. Okay, focus. Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. I enjoy watching. Definitely. H2O. So when I looked at the list of Nickelodeon shows, I wasn't expecting to see H2O because in my mind, oh, that's just one of my Australian shows. That's one of my favorite Australian shows for sure. But I never knew it was Nickelodeon. And it was on the list, so I thought, well, I watched it and I watched it. I watched it probably twice before. And I was like, I have to rank it because it is on Nickelodeon's list and I have watched it and it's definitely one of my all-time favorites. So definitely Elite for sure. So H2O Elite. Then we have Life with Boys. That was actually pretty good too. So I'm going to put that in. I enjoyed watching it. Then we have, let me see. What's the name of this thing? Bucket and Skinner's Crazy Adventures or something Adventures. I watched, but I'm not a fan. I don't want to put it in garbage because it's not complete garbage, but it wasn't that good either, Okay, then we have How to Rock. I believe that only had one season. I just remember being in love with the theme song. That theme song is fire. I'm giving you the fire. Come on, heat it up under my control. Okay, I'm going a little bit fast. Anyway, that's fine. How to Rock, I think I'll put it in. I enjoyed watching it. That was also a really good show. Now we get down to the last two because I did say it was 27 shows. Now we have Marvin, and Fred. So in my head, I kept mixing them both up because I think, oh, that's a bad show, Marvin. And then I realized it was that alien show on Nickelodeon that was just a little cringy. Not a little cringy, a lot cringy, but I don't want to put it in trash, or should I say garbage. So I'm going to put that one in. I watched, but not a fan. And then for Fred, I'm going to put that one in garbage. Listen to me, Big Time Rush is in my elite category. And if Big Time Rush is in my elite category, and mind you, Big Time Rush is one of those shows that has the craziest wonky, can I say wonky? Just some crazy background sounds. A lot of funky, weirdo background sounds in it. Okay, and if I can tell you that Fred is in garbage and Big Time Rush is in elite, that's speaking garbage. Did I say garbage? That's speaking volumes because Big Time Rush is not too far from it, but it's still very enjoyable. It's not too much because Fred is too much. And if I'm saying that and I love Big Time Rush, it's speaking volumes. I remember I said this to somebody and they're like, if you're saying that, that means it's really bad because you watch the worst shows. Somebody has said that to me. It's like, yeah. If I'm saying that one of these shows is bad, then it must be complete garbage. Yeah. Because my mom used to look at me like when I watch Big Time Rush and she's like, what kind of weird show is this? But Fred is even worse by far. I seriously cannot stand to watch that show. I feel like if I sit and try to watch an entire episode, I'll probably get a headache. I don't want to get a headache. All right, guys. So with that being said, that is my Nickelodeon TV shows ranking. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Also, let me know in the comments what ranking video you'd like me to do next. Would you like me to just go over and rank Nickelodeon cartoons or Disney cartoons or Disney Channel shows again? Just, talk to me. I'm your girl. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here and see you in my next video. Ciao.